Hello, good morning. It's such a lovely morning. It's March 30, 2020. Okay, it's such a lovely day, which makes us a bit more cheerful and hopeful. Okay, so I'm starting to wrap up with the polynomial functions. So we're going to have maybe just one more topic after this. This is actually not a new lesson. I assigned this number this homework 18-1, 1 to 8, page 289 in homework V. Okay, so this is just because the students have been emailing me. They did not understand this. Okay, how to answer this type of questions. Okay, before I go into this, I just want to remind everyone that I hope you're doing your homework diligently and trying to persevere. I know it's a lot from you. Okay, this new environment that we have, learning landscape that we have, asks a lot from you. I know that. Okay, so I'm trying to also like delay some of the due dates and posting homework too, to give you more time to finish them. And I hope you continue emailing me with questions and concerns, and I'm so happy to answer them. Like I said, I have a lot of free time, so don't think twice to email me. And I also hope that you continue answering the Google Forms. That will be considered a homework too. So if you do it, then it's a 10/10. If you don't, that's a 0 for one of your homework. If you answer the first 20, I give extra 2 points. And I want you to be honest in those forms, because that will go on your file. So if you said you did homework W or homework X, then by the time you get back, it should show that in your homework notebook. Also, try to keep your lesson notebook and your homework notebook neat and complete, because that will be the record of what you did during the school closure. Okay, so let's start with this one here. So we have to match this with this graph. Okay, so if you did this already, then there's no need to listen. Go to the next video. Okay, those who emailed me that they did not understand this, okay, let's discuss this together. Now, so go ahead and pause this video, get your book, open the book, refresh your memory of what this homework is all about. Okay, so here we are given descriptions and we are asked to match with these graphs. Okay, so let's start with number 1. It says an even function. Oh, by the way, I did a separate video in the discussion of even and odd functions. So if you don't remember or if you don't understand them, can you just please refresh your memory and listen to that video. So even function, so I wrote it here. Okay, so it's an even function with no real roots and a positive leading coefficient. If I were you, okay, I suggest that I wrote it again here, and you cut it into parts, okay, because all of this, everything that's written here will give you some information. So an even function, what does that tell you? With no real roots, what does that tell you? And a leading coefficient, what does that tell you? Okay, so like I said, pause the video as often as you can and answer the questions. Okay, so an even function that tells you that's symmetrical with y-axis. Okay, and of course that will also tell you that the functions, the exponents are all even. Okay, but this is graphically because we have to combine, we have to match it with the graph. No real roots. Okay, that means that's possible. Okay, like for example, if you're graphing y equals x squared plus 1, okay, that is a even function with no real roots. Okay, that means, okay, if you factor this, that's x plus square root of 1i and x minus square root of 1i, which is 1i. Okay, so the factors are x plus I and x minus I. You cannot graph this, right? Okay, so there is no real root. Why? Because this is a parabola. So when you graph that, this is a parabola that is translated 1 unit up. So that means it will never touch the x-axis. Okay, that's the meaning of no real roots. Okay, so in other words, what they're trying to tell you about this is that it will not touch or not cross the x-axis. Okay, so we know that it is symmetrical with y-axis. It does not touch the x-axis. And the last one is a positive leading coefficient. Okay, so even and then positive leading coefficient, that means up, up. Okay, so let's look at the graphs. We're looking for something that is symmetrical with y, does not touch the x-axis, and it's up, up. So pause the video and look for it. So here, I think this is the one, right? Up, up, but it touches, no. Not up, up, not up, up, not up, up, not. So this is the only up, up, and this one, but this does not touch the x-axis. So for number 1, we say it will be F. Okay, number 2. So an even function, again, symmetrical with y. For short, I will just write sim y. 3 real roots. Okay, that means it will touch the x-axis on 3 points. Or it has 3 real intercepts. And then a negative leading, so even and negative leading coefficient. So that will be a down, down. So we're looking for symmetrical with y, 3 points, and down, down. So let's look for that. Symmetrical with y. This is symmetrical with y. Touch it on 3 points and down, down. So that is going to be C. Okay, next, number 3. It says their odd function. Okay, I wrote it here. Number 3, odd function. So that is symmetrical with origin. With 0, 0 origin. 1 real root. Touch x-axis once. And then a negative leading coefficient. So odd and negative will give you an up down. So let's look for something like this. Symmetrical with origin. Touch x-axis once and up and down. Symmetrical with origin. This is symmetrical with origin. Where is the other symmetrical with origin? I think there's only one. Yeah. So I think this is the one, but let's just see the other notes that we did here. Touch x-axis once, yes. Up, down. Okay, so that number 3 is B. Number 4, okay, so they gave you this equation. So instead of writing it in words, this one is a negative leading coefficient. It's has an odd exponent. This is not an odd function, because remember, odd functions should have no constants. Okay, so we're looking, so this one will tell us this, and this will tell us it is a up down. And this one will tell us that it has to have a positive y-intercept. Positive y-intercept and up down. positive y-intercept. Let's look at that. Up, down, yes, but not positive. Y-intercept, that is 0. Y-intercept, no. This is an up, down, yes. And a positive y, no. This is a negative y-intercept, no. Okay, E, up, down, positive y-intercept. Okay, so the next number is, number 4 is E. Okay, let's go to 5. Number 5 is, again, AX3, that blah, 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 and the last number is D. So what does this tell us? Positive, odd, so that will be a down, up, and this will give us a positive y-intercept. Okay, let's look for that. Down, up, positive y-intercept. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, this is also down, up, but it has a positive y-intercept. So this is a negative y-intercept. Okay, so H. For number 5 is H. Number 6. Okay, number 6. Positive and even, so that will be an up, up. Okay, that's telling you up, up, and that is negative y-intercept. So let's look for an up, up with a negative y-intercept. This one is an up, up with a negative y-intercept. No, no up, up, no up, up, no up, up. Yeah, up, up, but that's positive y-intercept. Up, up, a down, up, down, up. Okay, so it's A, up, up, negative y-intercept. So number 6 is A. Number 7, A to the 5, again, positive and odd, so that will be an down, up as end behavior, and negative y-intercept. Let's look for that. Negative y-intercept. Okay, down, up, negative y-intercept. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, negative y-intercept. Okay, number 6. Letter G. Number 7 is letter G. Okay, and the last one, number 8. Okay. Number 8 is negative AX to the 5. That means, okay, I did not write it. Let's just write that one here. Number 8 is negative AX to the 3 plus negative F. So that will be a negative odd. That will be an up, down, and negative y-intercept. Okay, so up, down, negative y-intercept. Up, down, negative y-intercept. No, up, down, negative y-intercept. Okay, here it is, letter D. Okay, I hope you understand this. Email me your questions. Try to review this. Okay, I'll see you on the next lesson. Bye.